am happy because I'm starting school.
I'm excited.
Why are you excited?
Because I'm starting grade 1.
For many young ones, this is their first time experience in a classroom.
A warm welcome to the show. Another great year to showcase stories of Africans who do extraordinary things. It is our honor and a privilege to share your stories right here on Stories Untold. I am Bule Molebatsi. Welcome to it. Today we bring you a story of a philanthropist as well as entrepreneur. It is the story of Bonga Masoga. And we are bringing that story today from one of the schools that Bonga has painted. Now, Bonga is passionate about adding color to the lives of primary school learners because he believes that right at the very start of a schooling journey, learners need to experience color and feel right at home. And we couldn't agree more because this is where their future truly does begin. Now we find out from the man himself why he is doing this type of work and how he's been able to make business out of it.
And then how's the paint work?
Because you feel proud even yourself as an adult to be at a place.
We are 100% black owned, youth owned, paint manufacturing, retail and application company. So in essence, we paint homes, schools, commercial properties into home using our own manufactured paint products.
Bonga says he has a special relationship with these children, and through his CSI projects, he gets to give them much needed help. We caught up with Bonga at Mbuyiseni Makubo Primary in Soweto, one of the schools he has adopted.
I relate. This is where I come from. I come from the same backgrounds that they come from. The principals and teachers are my mother's friends and neighbors. I mean, my mom sold food on the side of the road. In grade 2, grade 3, I walked to school barefoot in winter. So I know exactly where they come from. I understand the child that sits in one of those classrooms. I know where they come from. I know what they could become and what they're going through now. I know what the teachers that have to deal with this. But unlike most South Africans, I've been privileged enough to go to a varsity that a child of a street dweller or a street seller does not have access to. And that gave me a privilege to see the world through different lenses, to see what education can bring for one. My dream is to be able to take as many kids as I can out of poverty so that they can see the world through my lenses.
The principal of the school told us about how Bonga became their partner.
The school initially was named Belle Primary, and it was changed in 2009 to Mbuyiseni Makubo Primary, and it took the community's initiative to name the school after Mbuyisa, who was a short icon in 1976 uprisings. The need for the school, as you can see, it was the exterior and the interior paint, especially in the classrooms. So we were so fortunate to be approached by Splash Coatings, the company that Bonga leads. So they approached us. They wanted to do a community based initiative of giving back to the community whatever that they have. So they chose painting, and we afforded them an opportunity. And we are so very, very fortunate that they chose to do 6 classes. But they also extended their hand to say we are also going to do the admin, and we're going to extend again our hand to doing the other classes.
We asked her to tell us about the difference Bonga has brought into the school.
I think it's very, very key on every child to start your first year and first day of school at an inviting environment like their classrooms, because their paint is still fresh, everything is just okay. So yesterday, as we came on the other day, like on the other days preparing for yesterday, we thought at assembly, because that's what normally happens, we'll have children crying. But for the first time yesterday, we had no single learner crying. And as I made my rounds into their classes, I found them so excited. And even today, when they were interviewed, they were indicating that they are very, very happy to be in such a beautiful school.
The impact that Bonga has had on the school has given them the confidence to believe that he can still do so much more for them.
They also inquired that what else do we need except for the painting. Yes, the painting, but then right now as I speak to you, I had visitation for the nutrition from the department. So they requested me to get some sponsors that can assist with our kitchen, because our kitchen is not up to scratch. Like you can see, it's an old school that was built in 1945. So I said, now that they are proposing that we do that request, now that you hear, I'm going to say it publicly and on TV that I'm going to extend this request to Ubonga, and I know for sure that he is going to assist us, because already he has adopted us.
Welcome back to the home of good news stories Untold. Now, after profiling a couple of entrepreneurial stories right here on the show, we've come to understand that a business idea lies in every single encounter that we have all experienced. Now, Bonga Masoga is on a mission to paint close to 1 million schools in South Africa pro bono. Now, he started off doing this kind of work through philanthropy, but he was able to strike a balance of doing both philanthropy and business. As a matter of fact, this is one of the schools that Bonga has painted, adding color to the lives of primary school learners.
The company that painted our classrooms. Yes. Yeah, now they want to take some photos.
Bonga's work in and around Soweto speaks for itself, that sometimes he doesn't have to go to these schools, they instead reach out to him.
I don't think a principal should be foreign to his society. Being foreign, I mean not understanding fully your community and the broader society. Precisely because schools are established as a hub of the societies. We are declared by the department as a no-fee paying school. But however, we do receive some allocations from the Department of Education, which for one reason or another may not be sufficient. That is why we continue requesting some donations from the parents, and a parents meeting that's set on the 23rd of October 2023 requested some donations from parents so that we are able to paint the interior classrooms for the foundation phase.
Principal Madikane told us how he first heard of Bonga during a parents' meeting that was held to discuss fixing the school.
There is one parent, a mother to Ntombi, who was an attendee in that meeting, who made a follow-up to speak to Ntombi, because Ntombi, I understand, was working for Splash. Then that is how the whole process generated. Then Ntombi introduced us to Bonga, And Bonga made an arrangement with his team to check how many classes do we have and how many classrooms are clearly in need of a painting as a renovation. As a result of that endeavor, they checked as well their affordability, I think, as an organization. Then they painted 6 classrooms for the school, free of charge. That was a donation to the institution. That is why you see today that Bonga and the Splash organization are here. Is as a result of the consolidation of that friendship that we have established with Splash.
The principal painted a picture of what Wonga's work has done for the students who are starting their academic journey.
A clean environment is a conducive environment for learning. And it is important as well to receive these children, new as they are, to check a different environment, a learning environment. Some of them have never been to crashes and other institutions for learning. They are just from home. And now, as you observe, they are all ready to learn. They are comfortable. It's a clean environment. It's painted with furniture and all the support that they deserve, they do receive from their educators, from the school, from the principal, as well as from the general workers of the institution. It is important, Madam, to reflect on one matter, that primary education is the one that should be attractive to learners. There need not be boredom, frustration of learners, crying. You hear no noise here. All what is here is learning. All what is here are activities. And you cannot find a consolidated roof without a profound foundation. Surely that house will collapse. We want to ensure that learners that are from this primary school, when they reach matric, they become responsible citizens.
Bonga's charity work has also impacted those who work closely with him. We caught up with his team at his Soweto shop. Tabiso says meeting Bonga has improved his scope of work.
In the shop, then I'm meeting Tom and that day they have a meeting. So when I'm meeting Bonga and Tom, then Tom introduced me to Bonga. I was painting for some companies. Then Bonga is running as independent. Then he taught me to run my business independent. I was working for a company the previous years. Then especially Bonga 3 mentorship back. We don't finish with all business. Then I spent my equipment. I school with how to run a business. Then I got my clients in the marketing. And expose I with my husband. I need some services in normal. Catch one by 2 per house, number 4. We have to so sometimes I'm saying I'm going to one. So I'm going to include some things about Banda savings. You figure about because I'm clients I'm about my name. I was able to open this from the shop. Then SABC Ubonga refer to me. Then I'm going to Penda Casity. I'll be 7 because I'm saying I'm so we are coming to Banda 7 of 27.
Welcome back. This one is the final leg of our journey right here on Stories Untold. Today we bring you the story of Bonga Masoga, who owns his own paint company. Now he does a lot of philanthropy work, but at this particular moment of the show, as we do with all our episodes, we look at the ripple effect that the work that individuals do when they uplift their communities. Some do in the residential areas, some do that type of work in their professional space like Bonga today. Now we look at the people that his company has been able to employ and how their lives have changed through this initiative.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Awesome, thank you.
Welcome.
Finally, we're here.
This political science graduate from the University of Cape Town says young people must broaden their possibilities, and that is exactly what he did.
I studied politics from the University of Cape Town. I didn't have a background on chemistry or the paint industry in general. So I did my research and I started off with selling paint. So I would get the paint from the IP holder and resell it. But through that journey, from interacting with different customers, homeowners, I then realized that as simple as color is, it's actually the most important tool to creating a home, and having lost my mom at an early age, before I could build a home, which is something that I wanted to do. I mean, that defined my definition, or that was my definition of success. Go to varsity, graduate, come back and build a home for your mom. So she passed on before I could realize that. But painting homes or houses for people made me realize the power of the tool that the paint is or could be in terms of creating a home for someone. So I saw that as an opportunity to rebuild my memories or to rebuild what I wanted to do for my mom. We are all called to serve in one way or the other. And one's qualification is not a directive in terms of where to serve. My qualification did not dictate where I serve. I still found a need to offer service. And I think that's one of the problems with us coming from tertiary institutions. We look at the world through the perspective of the qualification that we hold. And we don't look at it at its entirety in terms of service. Where do you serve? Just because you have a political science degree does not mean you have to be in parliament or you have to be a director general. You can be a business owner, you can do marketing, you can be in advertising, you can be in media. So it doesn't really dictate where one serves.
Bonga is intentional about hiring young people. At one of his research studios, we caught up with his young employees.
I started working here after my matric in 2018, and since then it's been a long journey, and what I love to do here is to color people's life and create a quality product so that people can be happy about it. What motivates me, I can say it's the clients always coming back with compliments that your paint, it's a quality brand and the colors they are deeply appreciated, so yes.
Even people who studied with Wonga at UCT know about his intentions of uplifting his peers. Onele told us how that benefited her.
I met him via my other cousin sister. Apparently they were studying all together in Cape Town. So my sister was like, I know this guy who has a painting company. Since you do have a degree and qualified in chemistry, why don't you apply? So I sent my CV. Then it took a while before I could just come here because at the time they were not taking like new employees. Actually, I was excited. I had mixed emotions at the time because I had a long period of time being unemployed, so I was like, wow, it's a breakthrough for me. So that's what I felt at the time.
Bonga's impact does not only remain on the walls he has painted. He also has left a mark in the hearts of those who have witnessed his love.
I would like to say thank you to Bonga. Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity to bless other people's lives. Yeah.
We hope that God expands from what he has, because it's very, very rare where you get somebody who has a company, maybe who's doing well financially and all of that, giving back to the community. With us, like from the history of the school, I think is the first young person to come and say, I'm going to do something for the school. Because most businessmen, when they have, when they are well off, they forget where they come from. But Bonga didn't do that. He said, I'm going to go back to my roots and try and improve where I can in my community.
To Bonga and the organization, young as you are, Bonga, thank you very much for the work that we have done for the school. And I think parents will never forget the hand that we have shown and the gesture that we have shown to us in support of their institution.
We've come to the end of our show today, and would like to take this opportunity to invite you to share your stories with us. And you can do that on our social media platforms. It's at Stories Untold SABC across the social media platforms, or you can use our email address right here. We know there's quite a lot of you out there that have great ideas, and sometimes all you need is just a little bit of a nudge. So this is the platform for you to showcase the great work that you do to uplift and empower the continent. From myself, Pulemo Lebati, and the rest of the team, let's do this again, same time, same place. Goodbye.